over sexual allegations when a yet-to-be-confirmed report surfaced online over a murder case. Though the police cannot at the moment link him to the murder of any person, it was gathered that the allegation, especially online, forced the police into action. Well, let the police carry out their investigations and then we wait for whatever results.
Well, I have this one here talking about some health stories there. NHIE reviews progress on health insurance coverage. Yes, health insurance coverage. Let me go through this a bit. A significant progress has been made in expanding coverage and protecting Nigerians from catastrophic health costs. The National Health Insurance Authority, NHIE, has announced, and the progress was attained through strengthened nationwide implementation of the mandatory health insurance. The NHIE year-end review confirmed yesterday. The report was made available to newsmen in Abuja. Well, let's hope it will truly be strengthened, the NHIE policy.
A crisis looms at seaports as importers, agents reject 60% hike in shipping charges. And Nigeria's new tax law will stimulate real estate investments, as coming from the experts this morning. And it's like Nigeria's manufacturing sector still struggles, and that's coming from the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. And CBN governor signals 2026 priorities to strengthen a banking system. Well, I also hope those priorities will also favor the customer. And on tax reform, rigid enforcement may undermine credibility. CPPE warns. CPPE is the Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise. Well, those are stories from the business and economy pages this morning.
I have let me say something about NNPC here. Well, it says, let me just check it out. It says, yes. Despite the transition into a commercial entity, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPCL, is grappling with mounting financial pressures as unviable and underperforming subsidiaries deepen inter-company indebtedness, pushing outstanding obligations owed to the company to 30.30 trillion naira. And latest findings from NNPC's 2024 audited financial statements, showed that the debts owed by the subsidiaries, joint ventures, and other related, let me just read for that, and other related, entities rose by 70.4%. or 12.52 trillion naira from 17.78 trillion naira in 2023 to 30.30 trillion naira as of December 31, 2024. The sharp increase has raised fresh concerns about the company's liquidity management and long-term financial sustainability. I don't understand all these trillion that have not been, remitted to the NNPCL, but its subsidiaries. NNPCL has so many subsidiaries, and they too have been, alleged of undergoing some, alleged of in some corrupt practices.
Well, I thought the federal authorities said they were writing that off.
Well, so I don't know what NNPCL is now talking about now.
Well, I'm still on Venezuela and how the American president's action is likely to affect us. It says here how Trump's Venezuela move could reshape oil prices, Nigeria's 2026 budget. And Maduro's capture unlikely to disrupt global oil market, says CCPE. Global oil prices are bracing for renewed volatility as investors prepare to price in a dramatic policy pivot by United States President Donald Trump on Venezuela. with the first market reaction expected when trading resumes around 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. While the geographical headlines are striking, analysts say the immediate impact on global oil supply and prices may be more limited than the rhetoric suggests. For Nigeria, the stakes are high. Crude prices are currently trading below the $64.85 benchmark, underpinning the 2025 budget. Analysts warn that any prolonged price weakness would widen the fiscal gap, strain foreign exchange earnings, and complicate deficit financing at a time when oil still accounts for a large share of government revenue. Well, still on the Venezuelans, Bimbo, maybe we are actually the outsiders weeping louder than they believed. It's curious that the people of Venezuela are not themselves not saying anything.
Yes.
We have not seen any protests, we have not seen any riots on the streets. And maybe an indication that they are actually happy to see the man go. Maybe they've not been, maybe they are not very happy with him.
Yes, you are very right with
and
that.
The Venezuelan political class too, I don't think they've said anything.
Nobody's talking.
And we have not seen people pouring out into the streets to protesting, to denounce this move by the Americans. All right, let's have this quick commercial, and when we're back, we'll open the phone lines.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no. For your engine, no. Make a mobile, make it mobile, oh. Make it mobile, anywhere you dey, your motor deserve to be number one, yo. Make it mobile, oh. Make it mobile, you carry the go. Make everybody join me, say. Make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
Right, we are back, and it's your turn. We'll take more headlines in between. Time to open the phone lines. 070-5555-1985. I can also reach us on the way to 5500-9898. Good morning, Mr. John.
John calling from Missouri.
Good to have you, sir.
So sad. In those days, I remember I used to take my team to County Lake National Park to enjoy ourselves. Unfortunately, we are where we are today. Like I insist, the American just press run to see how Nigeria will react. It's like someone who you invited as an MC and pick up the microphone and say hello to her. That is what the Americans just did. By the time they are ready, everybody that is supporting their coming in to assist, we also regret it. The case of Maduro, America has just won the battle. The war, America cannot win it. The reason is this: the structure that governs Venezuela is not Maduro's structure. It is Hugo Chavez's structure. And that structure controls the military, controls the police, the judiciary, and the military group. You see, they cowardly, criminally, quickly bomb some certain area and quickly pick up the president. Now, the justice system has appointed the vice president as interim leader. And immediately the interim leader, who is a woman, find out that Trump have said they are going to administer and renovate the oil sector and begin to make money from Venezuela. The woman changed his mind and said Maduro is still the president. And what will happen is this: to go and clear that group that ruled Venezuela right from the days of Hugo Chavez, you will need up to 200,000 soldiers. And I can tell you for free, this will mark the career of Donald Trump. Mark my word. Because if he puts boot on the ground, the Americans are not too good in putting boot on the ground, unlike the Russians. And the Americans don't like seeing body back, getting to Washington. And I can tell you for free, if they put boot on the ground in Venezuela, they will have a lot of body back coming back to Washington. And they will be uprising against Trump. And for the protest in Venezuela, maybe the Western world is showing you the people who are outside Venezuela. Venezuela are actually protesting, requesting the return of their president. That is the truth. It depends on the channel you watch. Enjoy your day, sir. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Sure, thank you.
I remember like what he
With
said.
that clarification.
Yes, Hugo Chavez. Yes, he was a long-time ruler of Venezuela. Yes. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is Akandi Adebayo from Ewo.
Good to have you, sir.
God bless you, sir. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
I remember from 2 or 3 years ago when Mr. Semokulo and my dear brother Tola Toriba were there handling the program. I said it. I blame the woes, the calamities, both political, social, and economic, on the colonialism. But unanimously, the two of you disagreed with me that very day. I can remember now. Now, if you look at it critically, the incursion of the white men into Africa is the most dangerous thing that has ever happened to the black race. Let me tell you the truth. I'm a pastor, I'm educated, and I know everything. But you see, I cannot be cashier about it. The evil done to us in Africa by these white men is greater than the good. If you look at it, look at the political structure of this country. See the divide and rule. See, they have planted this evil seed, and it has germinated. There are so many seeds. Until the end of the stage, we continue to repeat. I tell you the truth. The white men have no interest of any black man in mind than their own interest. If they are pretending, they are just lying. I tell you. Are they not the people that brought this religion to this country? Are they practicing Christianity now as we are practicing it? Are they? Look at them. Look at them. Please, that is my own opinion. No. I blame all the calamities, the woes of Africanism. So the British and the America and the rest of them. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kondotibayo from Iwo. Well, what me and Show, what we are trying to say at that time was that we've had enough time to make things right. And they've been gone forever, and we still keep blaming them for our woes when we could have made things right through our own efforts. As for Venezuela, well, it's Venezuela today. We don't know who is going to be next in the hands of the Americans. Okay, we lost that. 070-5555-1985. I have another caller.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Joe Michael.
I'm calling from Oluyole Kingdom.
Okay, you are back home now.
Yes, sir, I'm back home. That's good. Yes, sir. The issue of issue that happened in Venezuela, it seems, yes, you are right, Mr. Dr. It seems that the people there are happy with the situation. That is my own opinion. That is my own view. I believe they are happy with what has happened to their president. And I guess I read something. It seems that the new president has, I don't know how far that is true, but it seems that I read it yesterday that the president has invited in that country. That is all about that. And secondly, the issue of insecurity in this country. I'm begging, we have seen it. Politicians, they should play. They should not play politics with the life of Nigerian people. God bless you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, actually, there is confirmation that the Venezuelans have actually been protesting the arrest of their president by the Americans, and they are actually demanding his return.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Kolera.
Good to have you, sir.
When people call themselves leaders, when they start their madness, they always think they are all in alpha and omega of everything. Maduro was supposed to have conducted the election 2 years ago. It was postponed election. In fact, the word it was conducted, he rigged massively and he put people in prison, oppositions and all that. But America wouldn't have mind him with his own local affair. The problem he had with America was that there are some American companies that were sent packing. They had the deal with China. They always have deal with Russia and China. So from ages past anyway. But he had the deal. Then he wanted to shift to all this cryptocurrency, abandoning the dollar, and all that. So in that region, that thing will affect the American economy. The cryptocurrency that we want to shift to, we want to shift to. We are in that North American region. That will affect the dollar. And it was one. You have been doing your madness. We did not answer you. But later, the one has been withdrawn, but they did not see him then. But when they now need that to affect their economy, that's when they now affect. They now started bombing ship and all that, and they said they should negotiate. The man refused to negotiate. So that is what they do. It's purely an economical thing. They want the dollar will crash in that region. The man has joined the what the South African and Russian are doing. They want to shift to cryptocurrency again. So in Northern American region, dollar will be affected. So that was when they say to him. But I need to say something. If you are being good to your people will rise up and defend you. That is what happened to these leaders. They have been no plan for election. They want to be there forever. They want to prepare their son. They want to prepare their so then you will not have support. That is just it. Trump doesn't fight this less fight. He said something when the US invaded Iraq and Syria. He said we have no business in Iraq, we have no business in Syria. He's just wasting money there because it means nothing to us. That was what he was accusing Obama and Bush for. So why are you people there? Wasting soldiers, wasting bombs over there. We have nothing there. Yeah. Now they have economic problem, you have to act. So that's just it's purely an American interest. It is wrong, it's a tax defeated. But for them, it is right because economically it pays them. So that's just it. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Gimber and Mr. Abdullah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Edi. Well, regarding Mr. Maduro's style of governance, refusal to conduct elections, I don't think that should have been the business of the Americans. They should leave the people of Venezuela to decide what to do with him. That should have been addressed by the people of Venezuela themselves. It doesn't have to take Mr. Trump to go in there to help them to run their country. And as for economy, well, when the Russians felt that the Ukrainians were threatening their security, their national security by joining NATO, and were also threatening their economy, and they invaded, why were the Americans bothered? They should have left the Russians to overrun Ukraine in a matter of weeks. But they went there, jumped to their defense.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, sir.
Hello, good morning.
I want to from you.
Good to have you.
My own opinion, sir. If one is having malaria fever, and he went to see the doctor will prescribe some drugs for him or her, but with the instruction that the dose will be completed. Why cannot we swallow our pride and differences, our whatever, and allow America to come here for a while? You see, thousands of people were also killed yesterday in Niger State. Now, I remember during the annexation of Kuwait by Iraq, it was Saudi authority that called for America to come and have their base on their region. I think if we allow them to come, please, that's my opinion, and I be wrong, we subject to discussion. If they are allowed to come, at least to the barest minimum, this issue will be tackled. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much.
Well, if they are coming, it must be on our own terms, not on their own terms.
Yes.
The BRS minimum that they are talking about, they will be the that will want to decide what that BRS minimum is going to look like. And I can assure you it's not going to be in our favor. All right, let's have another commercial break and we will be back.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no. For your engine, no. Keke make a mobile, make it mobile, no. Make it mobile, yeah. Anywhere you dey, your motor just have to be number one, yo. Make it mobile, no. Make it mobile, yeah. You carry the go, make everybody join me, say. Make it mobile,
make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
ẹ̀ǹdá o ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ máa kú ọdún ìròyìn ayọ̀ wọlé dé Golden Chance Lotto lágbèkalẹ̀ wípé káwọn olólùfẹ́ Golden Chance Lotto ó jẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o nírú àsìkò pọ̀pọ̀ sísan ọdún yìí golden chance lotto kẹrẹ̀ òbítíbitì ẹ̀bùn bẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀ fún gbogbo ẹni tó tayọ wá dáadáa bíi electronics foodstuff airtime lórí fóònù owó àtọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀bùn míì lóríṣiríṣi àǹfààní yìí ò gbọ́dọ̀ fún ọrú òun sáti tayọ tó tó 1000 tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lórí tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì kan fọ́sẹ̀ kan ṣe é lọ́jọ́ kó gbọ́dọ̀ sọnù QR code tó wà lórí tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ ni ó sọ fún ọ ẹ̀bùn tó jẹ́ tí wọ́n bá ti scan ẹ̀ ta golden chance lotto báyìí kó jẹ̀bùn kó dọ̀gá ládùúgbò ẹ̀ ẹ lè ta golden chance lotto láwọn ilé ìtajà wa káàkiri kò ní gbèdéke títa o ta lọ́pọ̀ kó dọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀bùn ta jẹ́ gba winnings kó tún gbẹ̀bùn rẹpẹtẹ kájọ ṣe bí ọba àsọpọ̀ àti àsọyéwà o kò sí fọmọ tí ìpọ́dún méjìdínlógún golden chance lotto ọ̀nà tó yá láti di mílíọ̀nìà.
Right, we're back at the still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Tola.
Hello, good morning.
Mr. Bimbo. Hello.
Good morning.
Mr. John.
John calling back.
All right.
Please, I want to correct one impression of the last caller. The Kuwait that you they said U.S. came to help. Who controls the oil of Kuwait up to date? As last year, America has taken over $400 billion out of Kuwait oil. They control the Kuwait. That was the bargain. Is that what we want in Nigeria? Is that what we want in Nigeria? Secondly, the Baba that called and said the fingerprint of the foreigner who colonized us was Rwanda not colonized by the Belgium? Was Belgium did not ignite war between the what did they call them? The thing this thing? And that war was for after the war. Why did Rwanda bounce back and go to Rwanda now? It's like Europe, the 2-3. So why did Rwanda bounce back if the government that doesn't know what it's doing? What does it cost? When we are talking of economic, Dr. Ayako said the other time that we should economic. Who is economic? Economic is Nigeria. Nigeria is economic. We have 90% of our troops in economic. We found economic 90%. And as the state up till now, if there is trouble in Africa, that's why as weak as we are, they will be called on us. We should get this right. Our government should get this right. Our military should get this right.
All right, thank you, Mr. John. It's a factor of leadership, leadership and leadership. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, it's Jimmy Qualified. Yeah, there was this republic in Congo, backed by Rwanda, the Rwanda president. Let me say Rwanda as a country. They have been on war since maybe 30, 25 years ago. So the Congolese military, they want to see the region. You know, the matter is that they've always been on the natural resources. That's it. Now they signed a treaty earlier, I think some months ago, that they have with peace and all that. Because the Americans that initiated the peace talk and all that, the Trump and all that. Do you think Americans should not have interest in that natural resources they are fighting for? Now, lot of them have agreed on the terms. Now, Congo we have Ethiopia, Rwanda we have Ethiopia. In fact, all of them are fine and they are happy. Americans will take from Congo and we take from Rwanda, but they stop killing that place, at least for now. Economic solution. That is what Trump is doing. It's not economic solution. Yes, there is peace there, they are not killing themselves again, but they have something to take from. They will take from both, from Rwanda, Batebu, and Congo as a country. So that's just it. But no more bloodshed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Even the Americans going to instigate the Israelis to say they will be part of the war against Christian genocide in Nigeria. That is also good reason for us to suspect that they could have ulterior motives. Like I said on Saturday, they know very well how the Muslim population in Nigeria, not just the northern Muslim population, even down south, how they would react to Israeli involvement in any military intervention in Nigeria. They know that the Muslim population will not be very happy with this, and so it will be right to suspect that they want to set us against ourselves.
Yes, and the Muslim community, at least a particular group, have reacted. I think they reacted, and it was dished out to you. I think sometimes last week. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Alex Wada.
Good to have you, Mr. Warren.
I'm Bimbo.
Good morning.
I don't know what people talking about. They are killing people every day, and people are complaining. Now they say they kill in Nigeria yesterday. Even more population like killing. Either 100, they kill 70. So they will like it. The government is not helping the situation. What our government is not corruption. It's not corruption now. They know it's about it very well. Let America come and help us and stop the killing. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Well, if the government is not doing anything, it's up to you and I, Mr. Anwerem, to make sure that the government does something. That is our duty as citizens. We have representatives in the various assemblies, and it is up to us to make them do what they should be doing. But when we fold our arms and say there is nothing we can do, and then we decide that unless the Americans come, yes, they will kill terrorists. Yes, I agree with you. They will decimate terrorists, but they will end up creating more problems.
Yeah.
Mr. Anwerem, I want to challenge you this morning. Name one country where the Americans have intervened militarily, and that country has ever been normalized, and that country has been free from trouble as we speak today. Just name one country, and I will agree with your points, Mr. Anwerem. 082 55009850.
Good morning.
See, the problem we are having in Nigeria is just basically from the leaders. And if I may put it straight, is from the problem emanates from the leaders that have ruled this country from the northern region of our country. See, what I mean is, all of them, including the military, like the Bamida or Apache or anybody or Zagari or Zola, the initial 1804 plan by Usman Fodo that they want to use jihad to overrun Nigeria and change it to a Fulani state. That master plan has been in the head of all of them that come from the north which rule this country. So that is the reason they never rule according to how they're supposed to. The rule the system. Like constructing road in the north, construct it in the south, in the east, in the west. They will never do that. They are only spending the money they get from the south, spend it in the north. Believing that they are bringing their sword up to the ocean, up to Lagos. And that's just the problem. That's why we are not. That's why we are where we are today. So it is only when the president Bola Tinubu comes now that he is trying to change the scenario. And may God just help me.
Well, all right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, some of them that come from the north, I agree with you. Not all of them that come from the north, not the entire northern Nigeria. Are supporting this agenda that you are talking about. That agenda belongs to the enemies of Nigeria. And as for what you said about the ethnic nationalities of our previous leaders, well, they sound too. We've had our chances, we've had our shots at the presidency, and we could have made things right. But then what did we do? So, all right, it's time to go. Check your time. It's 7:30, and we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akambi. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your day.
Conversation.
beautiful morning right here in the studios of Oluyole 98.5 FM. You already know this is Sports It Beats, the very first edition of the year. And yes, we are right here. The Master Chef is right on the seats, ready to serve you all the best, all the biggest, all the juices of the details, making the rounds in the ever exciting world of sports. Oh, you name it, Tyson Fury coming back again. And yeah, a lot of people talking about this man. Retire safely now, just go. Abi, what thing will happen again? Alright, from the AFCON, there is so much joy. And of course, you talk about how it's been in the Premier League. Manchester United. Well, there was a sad story, but it was not just about Manchester United at the Leeds United game at the Elland Road. And of course, Chelsea, they are very much in the news, and yes, it looks like they're not going to be leaving the news anytime soon. And so, yeah, at this point in time, hi Victor Panel, welcome you to the very first edition of Sports It Beats right here with me this year. Yeah, I know that you've had Sports It Beat this year, but then this is the very first time you'll be listening to my voice on the show. And as usual, I've got Habib right here joining me this morning, but then we'll come to Habib much later. But we know that there's been juicy action from different parts. Yesterday, it was quite the story of the red cards across different leagues. You talk about the Ligue 1, Marseille getting 2 red cards. Lazio, 2 of theirs in their battle against Napoli, also got 1. In the La Liga, there were 2 red cards in a particular game, and it was quite something looking at those runs. And you know, you say it was a red day. I thought Christmas was done, but hey, the gift that keeps giving, eh? All right, let's go on about our day, starting with reports right there from the Premier League. Well, Leeds United had Manchester United to a 1-1 draw. Was it Manchester United that led? Maybe it was Manchester United that held Leeds United. I don't even know. It was a 1-1 draw between both of those sides. Everton were defeated. Courtesy of that Thiago hat-trick. And yes, it was 4-2 for Brentford as they were able to defeat Everton. Newcastle United 2 goals to the good, and of course they defeated Crystal Palace with none replied. The 1-1 draw between Tottenham and Sunderland, and of course that's a last gap stunner coming from Harrison Reed to ensure that Liverpool had their tail in between their legs at the end of that game. It was a 2-2 draw between these two sides. And yes, another draw. Manchester City and Chelsea played, and after all the noise, so Enzo Maresca, the first sacking of the year. Well, here we are. Manchester City and Chelsea were held to a 1-1 draw, and there's still so much stories coming out from the rank and file of those guys. That's how it is right there, talking about the action and how it has happened. But then quickly, let's quickly touch on some stories before we go into the AFCON segment right here. But then this one is coming from the world of boxing. Let's say it from the world of boxing. As Anthony Joshua has posted on social media for the first time since he was injured in a car crash that killed 2 of his close friends right here in Nigeria. Remember that the 36-year-old British boxer was a passenger in the vehicle that collided with a stationary truck on the major expressway near Lagos. And his close friends and team members, Sani Gami and Latif Lads Ayodele, died in the crash. Their funerals took place at the London Mosque yesterday. Well, the former 2-time heavyweight champion was taken to hospital and discharged on Wednesday before returning to the UK this weekend. And earlier on yesterday, he actually posted 2 pictures and were on Instagram, one showing him sitting alongside his mother and family members of the victims, including the mothers of his late friends Gami and Ayodele. And he put the caption, "My brother's keeper." Okay, it's quite a lot right there. But then of course there's still so much going on in the investigation about that accident. There's quite a lot happen right there, and we'll see what happens next for this guy. But then of course, let's give you this one also. Djokovic cut ties with the player union he co-founded. This is quite surprising. But then he has stepped away completely from the Professional Tennis Players Association that he co-founded, citing concerns about transparency and governance. Well, it's quite interesting looking at how the 38-year-old and Canadian tennis player Vasek Pospisi, okay, that sounded somehow. Founded the Breakaway Player Union in 2021. And of course, we know back earlier on last year, the PTPA launched a legal action against the tennis governing bodies, including the ATP and WTA, tours for what it claimed anti-competitive practices and a blatant disregard for player welfare. Well, it's just interesting how this has gone, and a lot of people will be talking about what's been done right there, in that particular frame. All right, let's give you this one also quickly. Bangladesh have refused to travel to India for their World Cup. Yes, for the T20 World Cup that's on next month, because saying that the current conditions are not good, and they have requested their matches be moved elsewhere. It's coming from the country's cricket board. And it's just quite interesting. Okay, a lot of people I should understand that the origin, according to some sources, says that Bangladesh bowler Mustafizur Rahman was released by his Indian Premier League team at the request of the Indian board amid growing tensions between the countries, and that led to an emergency meeting at the Bangladesh Cricket Board, when I say they have formally requested the International Cricket Council moves all Bangladesh matches. Okay. It's going to be a lot of chaos, actually looking at what's going to be happening, because they're going to be playing the competition starting from the 7th of February. There's been ongoing political tensions between India and Pakistan. Bangladesh are locked in, and they are due to play all 4 of their group stage matches in India. Okay. But then it looks like there will be so much more drama happening right there, talking about these particular issues. All right, I spoke about Tyson Fury coming out of retirement again, and yes, it is right there in our eyes. Well, the former heavyweight world champion Tyson Fury has announced a return to boxing this year, bringing an end to his latest spell of retirement. The last time he fought was in December 2024, when the 37-year-old Briton was beaten for a second time by Alexander Usyk, who is unified champion in their heavyweight rematch, and a month after that beating, he confirmed his retirement. Okay, so it's just interesting. Well, we have seen footage recently of Fury training in Thailand alongside South African boxer Kevin Lerena, and of course he's saying return of the okay. You talk about the fact that he's stepped away from boxing earlier, talking about after doing something against Dillian White at the Wembley Stadium in April 2022, and then returned 6 months later. It's just interesting, looking at that. But then a lot of people watch with keen interest how things will go. Now, let's give you this very sad one that is coming right here. Leeds United are saying they are devastated after a supporter died before their Premier League game, against Manchester United at the Elland Road yesterday. And a statement from the club said there was a medical emergency in the ground prior to the kickoff, and now they have confirmed that the supporter actually sadly passed away. Which is quite sad, and thoughts with the family and friends of the supporter this exceptionally difficult time, where it's not good to actually see stuff like this happen. And yes, going to Chelsea, looks like at this point in time, Liam Rosenio will be the name on the managerial seat. Well, he's gone to London to finalize his expected appointment as a Chelsea head coach. And it's quite something, looking at the man who is going to replace Enzo Maresca. And it looks like they might just announce him today. From what we are seeing so far, it looks like they might just announce him today from the rhythm that we are getting right there from the Blues. And it's going to be quite a lot, talking about what those guys have done, and the changes, the upheavals, and all of that we have seen. And there just might be some more drama unfolding right there. All right, we'll quickly give you something else right here to let you understand what's going on, because the transfer window is very much open, and of course is quite something, as we see Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester City, and Manchester United looking to rival Real Madrid, according to reports now for Crystal Palace 21-year-old England midfielder Adam Wharton. Okay, that would be some move. Actually, they say AC Milan are looking to sign Nathan Ake from Manchester City. Okay. And we also have Chelsea. It might just be that they are going to make an attempt to actually get Vinicius Junior from Real Madrid. So we'll see how that works right there. But then, of course, Eintracht Frankfurt are in negotiations with Newcastle about signing 22-year-old Danish striker William Osula. And they say Omar Mamouche is attracting interest from Aston Villa and Tottenham, but he wants to stay and fight for his place at Manchester City. There's a lot of stories right there. It's transfer season, and of course there might be so much more. Alright, the very first part that he will be joining me, Abe, is on the story about Ruben Amorim. Well, he's challenged Manchester United's hierarchy to let him do his job without interference. There's quite a lot looking at that. Well, he hinted on Friday at issues behind the scenes. And, he waited until the final question of the post-match media conference after the 1-0 draw at Leeds to make another significant point, and he repeatedly stated that he was ready to move on when his contract expires in 18 months' time, indicating he had encountered unwanted intrusion in his duties from senior United figures that would not be tolerated elsewhere. And he mentioning the names of three high-profile former Premier League bosses, suggested they will not be subjected to the interference he feels he has experienced. It's just quite a lot when you look at that, and he's also floated the idea that United have become too sensitive to outside criticism. So, Abby, it's Ruben Amorim. Some people have said he does not have the backup, the guts. He does not have he doesn't have the clout to actually talk about all those things and start querying people who are at the charge. But then there's quite a lot looking at Ruben Amorim. It looks like some people say he looks like he's looking for the sack, like he's begging them at this point, almost the same way Enzo Maresca was begging for that sack. But then, happy New Year to you, Abi.
I wish you the same, sir. Good morning to our viewers and listeners at home. Happy New Year to Ruben Amorim. I think Manchester United coaching staff, Manchester United board, they were nice. I think they were nice.
They've been too nice?
Yes, they've been too nice.
Alright, let's hold on that. Let's go for this commercial break. Our first on the show today. When we return, we'll go talking a bit more about Ruben Amorim before we go into the AFCON, and then of course open the phone lines for you.
This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through.
With gratitude to God, we announce the passing into glory of our beloved husband, father, and grandfather, Eda Bamidia Kitayo, who died on 9th December 2025 at the age of 86. Burial arrangements as follows. Thursday, 8th January 2026, there will be a commendation service at All Souls Church, Bodija Ibadan, time 9 a.m. We keep at our Savior Anglican Church, Irona Aduikiti, time 5 p.m. Friday, 9th January 2026, burial at the Cathedral of Emmanuel Church, Okisha, Aduikiti, time 10 a.m. We love you, but God loves you more. Announcer, wife, Chief Mrs. V.O. Ajayi Akitayo, MNI, for the family.
And I can't feel at home in this world anymore.
Thank you very much for locking on right here as we continue the conversation. Yes, we're talking about plenty doings out here, and yes, we're talking about Ruben Amorim And Habi, you said they've been too nice.
Yes. Because let's take Enzo Maresca as an example. Like the way they threaten Enzo Maresca on the ground is different from the way they threaten when Amorim. Yes. Because according to news source, Enzo Maresca Chelsea board said to Enzo Maresca that this caliber of player, you need to use them. You don't need to use this set of people. You need to use set of people. You know, teams we are different. Someone Chelsea, like for example, now Chelsea we are doing. I think Chelsea we are into business. Yes, this Chelsea team are into business. But different to Manchester United. Ruben Amorim, I think they need to do something. They need to act fast on him before it gets too late.
Okay.
Like out of 40, let's say 43 matches now, he won like 15 games, which is bad as a manager. It's too bad.
It's too bad. Well, there's quite a lot, and he says, he's here for the 18 months on his contract. So
yes, Manchester United should act fast. I won't say more than that, because if care is not taken, we meet themselves at number. Let's say last season they still have a chance to get to number 14 or 15, but if care is not taken this season. They might get to where they don't expect.
Okay, don't carry them to where they don't know. That's the that's a story right there. Okay, all right. Oh boy, I'll be you by me. Well, 1 year aside, you already know it's the AFCON. You know it's already locked in. Right here, the knockout stages are very much upon us. The round of 16, gradually, we are separating the wheat from the chaff, the boys from the men. And yes, we're getting there. Oh boy, there were games happening yesterday, and at the end of it all, some people have been sacked. That's just the truth. You know they had them. Well, Tunisia coach Sami Trabelsi has been sacked as the latest casualty a day after the team's 2025 AFCON last 16 defeat by Mali. And of course, the 2004 champions were playing against 10 men for more than 90 minutes of a match that went to extra time in Casablanca after Mali's Oluyole was sent off earlier on. Well, they scored in the 88th minute, only to concede a penalty in the 6 minutes of added time. And yes, they spun a lead in the shootout that followed. The Tunisian Football Federation have said in a statement on social media as that decided to terminate the contractual relationship by mutual consent with the national team technical staff. Well, the 57-year-old Trabelsi, former player, took charge of the Carthage Eagles last February for his second time, having resigned after almost 2 years of him in 2013 after Tunisia were knocked out in the AFCON group stage. Well, the North Africans finished second in Group C, after we beat them. And of course, he said their exit against Mali caused great disappointment and pain, and he was certainly bore responsibility for the results as coach. Okay, yes, thank you very much for admitting that. We know, we like as it pain you, as it is with us, it pain them. Anyways, back in the AFCON, yesterday we saw some action. Morocco, the host nation, they fought, stumbled, everything. But then they won a goal to nothing. Yes, Brahim Diaz leads the scoring charts, and it was quite something as the Atlas Lions have rolled once again, and it looks like they want to continue doing good things right there at this AFCON. I'm a piano. It's the vibe, South Africa are out, and Nigerians can dance. I mean, they laugh. They say funny. South Africa, they are my piano, and they took us to Google too. They did everything. English again. Everything we did, we danced with them. But Cameroon defeated them. The indomitable Lions of Cameroon went ahead and inflicted injury right there. And many Nigerians are dancing. I'm a piano.
1 plus 1 is 2.
Okay, yes, South Africa are out. Cameroon defeated them by 2-0, and it is indeed very crazy looking at how things have panned out on that side. Well, those 2 games are quite something. And you know, a lot of people underrated Cameroon going to this one. I know, yes, they have problems of their own,
yes,
but Pago has been able to direct something incredible. Look at the way they played, their setup and everything. I think people should be scared of Cameroon. I think they're back in that form.
Yes, let's say they are. No, I can't say they are back. Well, because they play against South Africa.
South Africa not meadows.
No. Let's look at that.
They have played against Ivory Coast.
I think they draw.
Yes, they have their own. They have played against others, and they have. I mean, come on, give credit to them.
Okay, kudos to them. Kudos to them.
Come on. Oh, but that is quite something. Really looking at it now. These 2 will face Morocco and Cameroon.
This is where we are going now. This is where we know the table now.
Okay.
This is where we are going.
Okay. We will see the ones that will give up like noodles. We will see the ones that will stand tall. Maybe it's the Lions that will roar and you know, fight on, or maybe it's the Lions from Cameroon. I mean, both of them are Lions. It's a battle of the Lions, you know, and. They are separating the animals now. Everybody's knowing. But then, let's not forget there is more action today. Did you see that graphic, that design online? Benin Republic put out something, but that picture is trending. Look at good, I beg. Look at that picture of them against Egypt. Okay, it's 5 p.m. that we will know now.
I love them. They trying to hide themselves that we are not small. That
I'm not
small in this tournament. You cannot just come here and.
But then the Egyptians, you are doing that against. That's the Real Madrid of this competition.
No, like the way I said, Allah Akbar,
okay.
So they need to back themselves up that no, we are not small in this.
Oh, I know Kirina.
Yes, yes, God of soccer can follow them here.
Okay. General Tro, will you roar against the Pharaohs? We will know everything. Clear road for us, Joe. I say green, white, green at the color now. You already know. You already feel the vibe. Now we get them. Everybody just the jump, but they do everything, man. Tag me now, come out there. At the sound of Super Eagles, Eagle, what it is, that don't carry in form enter. Oh boy, we go to beat Mozambique. Chikinyo Konde, everything where you talk, we go to beat Mozambique. They tell you, I go live for you. I'm excited today because Super Eagles of Nigeria are playing, and yes, it is quite the truth talking about the boys. Come on, our boys, no worries. Okay, let's listen to the thoughts of the likes of Calvin Bassey. And his teammates, and see what they have in store for us ahead of the game against Mozambique right here today. We'll be talking about that game, and of course we just want to listen to this one.
Never underestimate any team. You can't underestimate any team. Look at yesterday's game. Tunisia had 11 men, Mali had 10 men, and they beat them. They take it all the way to penalty. So for us, of course, we on paper we have all the big names, this and that, but for us it's focusing on ourselves and making sure that we do everything right and making sure that we execute the game plan we have, and that's the most important thing for us. Of course, you always want to keep a clean sheet. I think it's something me and Semi we talk about. Obviously being the central defenders, organising, and I think if you look at most of the games, it's just little details, little communication, one step, and it's just making sure that going into the next stages we don't concede them type of goals, and it's a collective effort, you know. It's just like the attack starts from us behind, and the defense starts from the boys in front, and they've been doing amazing. Yeah, we can do more, but yeah, it's just little details that we can improve on, and hopefully we can see this.
We are very, very calm. We know where we come from. We know we are ready to face anything. The players from the bench, from the start from the bench, everybody's ready to give everything. It doesn't matter who we play. I think the team are ready. As you can see from the last 3 games, the teams are ready to push to make sure we get our goal this AFCON.
Okay.
Well, of course, it is right there in our ears. Well, let's see. And of course, the unit boys from Fulham telling us the boys are ready. They don't fear anybody. Straight on, Dakpo, come to this side. Abe, stay on this side. Quickly now, because we have just about 1 minute, just 1 minute. Your prediction for Nigeria against Mozambique?
Nigeria 3 goes to 1.
Why is everybody picking 3-1? Why? Anyways, if your prediction comes, Dapo, quickly, 2 goes to 1. If 2 goes to 1 for Nigeria. I said they will beat them. You are saying 2 goes to 1. Also, this was like
2 goes to 1 in favor of Nigeria.
2 goes to 1 in favor of Nigeria.
3 goes to 1.
3 goes. Osimhen go score.
Yes.
Osimhen go score.
Ademola Lookman. Let me say 1 assist for Ademola Lookman.
Wait, you don't they count them already? If all the things where you talk happen the way it happen, I will join with you. I will join with you. But then today we clear the road for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Boy, 8 p.m. the time, yes, no sleep on it, no sleeping on the bicycle, no snoozing right here. Super Eagles of Nigeria. We fly, we soar, we do everything, but we must win the AFCON. That is the action that we have right here this morning for you. And so that, but thank you for joining me on the show. Abike, New Year, good things, right? Obviously.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yes. Cheers to beautiful things happening to us this year. The very first show comes to a end right here with Victor, Abe, and Dako. We bat like that. All right. Thank you very much. Have the very best of today, and of course a sore week.
wọ́ọ̀kù lọ́rọ̀ ọ̀run pẹ̀sẹ̀ láti kéde nílé akéde Tọ̀yọ́ ni ó nílò kó o ṣe mọ́ dára rẹ̀ láàmú sọ pé òun wọkọ̀ bọ̀ wá sílé akéde lóríta Basọ̀rún nílùú Ìbàdàn mọ́ pàápàá jùlọ láti ṣe ìkéde yẹn polówó ọjà yẹn tàbí fi tọ́tọ́ tó sì yẹ tó àwọn aráàlú létí bóyá nípa àpàdé nípa àsọjí àbí nǹkan kan àbómi ìtẹ́balẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe ẹ torí agbègbè àgbáyé kẹ́ẹ̀nà tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe hàn wá 09158703300 lórí agbègbè kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ WhatsApp nọ́mbà ìkànnà mọ̀ ni ọ̀rọ̀nù pẹ̀sẹ̀ stress free courtesy BCOS. You don't have to stress yourself coming down to Ile Akede Orita Basọ̀rún Ìbàdàn again to make that announcement or place that advert. Book online, personal paid announcements, obituaries or in memoriam, annual conventions, workshops, crusades, social diaries, inter-house sport competitions, musical shows or concerts, and other promotions. Very simple. Go online to book for transmission on BCOS radio channels or BCOS TV, or simply call 091 5870 3300 or WhatsApp on the same number 091 5870 3300. BCOS, a media giant in a class of its own.